Thank you very much for your kind invitation to have this interview, and I would like to congratulate you and all people with the new year, and I hope this year brings us all health, happiness, and all success. My name is Elsayyed Moosa, and I am senior researcher in Swerim, that is a Swedish research institute in metallurgy, mining, and metals production. I have a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry and also a Master of Science in Metallurgy from Egypt. I have a PhD in Metallurgical Engineering from Aachen University, and I have did 2 postdoc, one in Germany from Alexander von Humboldt Fellowship and one in Sweden. So nowadays I am senior researcher in Swerim Institute, and I am leading several national and international projects in the field of metallurgy. Most of my work is related to the circular economy, sustainability, utilization of green energy and biomass. So all of those topics is one of the most important now when we're talking about the climate change. And Sweden put a lot of efforts in this area in order to become one of the first country for reducing the fossil CO2 emissions. During my career, I have performed several achievements. One of those was the first rank in the Bachelor of Science from the Chemistry Department from Elsevier University. And after that, I got a governmental scholarship to get my PhD from Aachen University. And I got a postdoc from Alexander von Humboldt, and that has given me the opportunity to meet Mr. Joachim Gauck, the president of Germany in 2013. Recently, I have nominated as one of the top scientist researcher in the world, and that is based on my contribution in several publications and book and citations and a lot of research and development in iron making and steel making and energy. About the struggles during my career, it is a long story since I started my academic career for more than 25 years, and I still remember when I was in the secondary school, and my wish or my dream was to become like a teacher in the school. But I joined Faculty of Science, and that is give me the opportunity to have several field. And when I got like the first position in the university, I got promise from my professors to become like assistant teacher in the university. But after that, I tried to apply for different jobs in the industries, and I was lucky that I was get a job in the industry in one small company in the field of mining, and then I joined another bigger company. It is the Oriental Weaver company. When I reached to production manager in the field of filaments production and carpets production. During my working in the industry, my skills has developed very good, and the wish of my actually parents was to get my PhD and to continue my educations after bachelor to get the master and to get the doctoral degree. So I try to actually achieve the wish and the dreams of my parents, and I'd like to take this opportunity and thank them very much for all of their efforts during this journey, my big family and my small family. They was patient with me, they supported me a lot. I still remember when I was working at assistant researcher in Central Metallurgical Research and Development Institute, and I was traveling more than 10 hours from home to work, and like 8 hours working and only like 6 hours for all of rest of my stuff, and it was hard time. But now I remember this time, it was very, very good for me. It gave me a lot of knowledge, experience, and when I look now to this time, I think I have achieved a lot when I was also young. So I'd like to take this opportunity and also thank my professors in Egypt in the Central Metallurgical Research and Development Institute, my professor in Germany, who also supported me during my PhD. I'd like to also thank all of my colleagues at Swerim and also at LTU, Luleå University of Technology, for all of their contribution, because they contribute a lot with me to achieve several achievements I actually appreciate all of their efforts and support to me during this time. One funny story I'd like to tell you. When I introduced myself now, I introduced my name as Elsayyed Moosa, but actually, and the real family name is Morad. And when I tried to apply for some jobs, I wrote my name as Elsayyed Moosa. And when the company tried to reach me at that time, it was, there is no mobile phone, there is no internet, it was just a few telephone numbers, and also with regular post. And when they send the regular post, they wrote Elsayyed Moosa. And when the postman get the letters and they say, Elsayyed Moosa, we don't have this name here in our village. And they send it back to the company. He returned it back to them. And by the chance, I met one of my friends, and they say, where are you? There is a company looking for you. And I said, I am here, and I am ready to have the interview and to join the company. So it was actually not easy at that time. I also still remember when I was doing my Master of Science, and I have to travel from Cairo to the upper of Egypt in order to do some microstructure investigation, and then travel again back to the north of Egypt in order to make investigation with like scanning electron microscope, because all of those tools was very few. You cannot find, as nowadays you can find in everywhere, in all research institute, in all universities. But at that time it was few of these tools in order to support you to do your research work. Sweden is a very nice country to work and to live, and actually I like it too much. And you feel when you arrive in Sweden that it is your country. It is you are not foreigners in Sweden, and you found the people is very kind, very supportive and collaborative, and they try to support you as they can. And from the government, they try to also give over some like Swedish courses for the people to engage more in the society. Also for the kids in the school, they offer them kind of a teacher with their home country language. And Sweden is actually one of very few countries who is encourage the people here to also to be in communication with their families in their origin countries. From the scientific perspective, Sweden is one of the top in the Global Innovation Index. They put a lot of investments in the research and the development in the infrastructures, and all of this make Sweden as one of the top countries in the field of science. So they tried also from the environment to protect the environment from the fossil fuel, and they have a clear strategy and a clear plan in order to become fossil fuel free by 2045. So there are a lot of investments now in this area. Sweden is one of unique countries rich with a lot of natural resource like forest, like water, like mines. So 300 kilometers from here there is one of the biggest iron ore mine in the world located at Kiruna, with a production of more than 20 million tons per year, with one of the high-grade iron ore. So Sweden also make a lot of investments here in the Norrbotten area, and in the Norrbotten area in Luleå and Boden and all of this region, as there are a lot of big projects. One of them is hybrid project, aim to use hydrogen instead of coke, for instance. Also hydrogen green steel, one of the big projects will start soon. And there are other investments like Facebook data center, like investments in the bioenergy and the clean energy. So there are a lot of work here, and I think there are a brilliant future for the Norrbotten area. So for Muslim people, I hope that they can present and reflect the real core of Islam and present in Islam in the right way by using Islamic morals and ethics, and to be more creative and more productive and effective and engage in the society with different activities. And also I hope that they will able to create institute or the society with the children, and they encourage their children to be also learn Islamic morals and also the Arabic language. That is very important to be also in communication with their family in their home countries. For the Muslims in Sweden, as you know, the number of Muslims in Sweden has been increased from less than 1,000 persons in 1916s now to more than like 600 to 800,000 Muslim person in Sweden. They are represent like 8 to 10% from the Swedish populations, and that is a big number actually. And most of the mosques is located in the south of Sweden, in like a big city like Stockholm, like Uppsala, like Malmö, like Gothenburg. But unfortunately in the Nordic area there is no mosque. There is only kind of a small rooms which is rented for to do the pray or to do the worship, and even these places is not suitable at all, especially when you talk about the women, the kids. So there is no place suitable for them. Therefore, it was kind of a communication between the Norrbotten Islamic Center Nice and Luleå commune. And actually Luleå commune support Nice to get kind of a land to build a mosque. So now it is a good chance for us to contribute in building of this mosque, because it will not be only for the kind of a prayer or worship, but also it will be kind of a culture center for education, for knowledge exchange between different religions, between different traditions. So we should have this opportunity and try to support the building of the mosque. I would ask all Muslims, not only in Sweden, but also in our Arabic and Islamic countries in Europe, in the whole world, to support this mosque. It will be the first mosque in the most north area in the earth. And this will give us here the opportunity to do our communication with the Swedish society, and will support us for a lot of things of the dialogue with the Luleå commune and in the Norrbotten area. And I think that is a very big chance for us to support the building of the mosque. As Prophet Muhammad said, whoever able to build a mosque for sak, Allah will donate him a mosque in paradise. So I would like to for you to take this opportunity and support us, and also from the charity organization to support us in building this mosque.